All right, today's day 11, and this is video 2. Now we're going to continue teaching you today. Okay, this is a new handout. It's called Day 11, Numbers and Shopping. And I'm just going to go over numbers and shopping with you right now. Now, some of you, this is easy, and some of you, you're making mistakes. Even if you have good English, you might make mistakes on your shopping, on your numbers. So please listen. 12. Now notice 20. Many of you, even high-level students, I hear you sometimes saying, mixing these 12 and 20. 12, 20, 13, 30. Now notice right here, before this T, there's a stop. 13. And this is 30. Okay? 14, 40, 15, 50. Can you hear that? Now, when we have numbers like 20 and 30, we have 22, 34. Okay? Here are the higher numbers. 100. Now, please, many students say 100. 100 is not bad English, but most English speakers don't say 100. We usually say 100. Okay? 100, 200, 300. Over here, now I have American and British, 101 with the and. The Americans and the British use the and, 101. But many Americans will cut the and just say 101. Okay? But the British always say the and. 210 or 210. 399 or 399. Okay. Next we have 1,000. Now remember, that's not 1,000, it's 1,000. 1,000, 322. Now see this comma? This comma is the thousands comma. If you see one comma, it's 1,000. Just say 1,000, 322. Or 1,000, excuse me, 1,322. 10,000. And so we have 12,400. See, this is the thousand comma, 12,400. 100,000. 200,000. A million. A million, 250,000. Can you understand those? Now, here's a number. Can you read this number without looking? Can you read it? Try to read it. Okay, let's read. 8,463,251. Now notice this comma is the thousands comma. This comma is the millions comma. So you can say 8,463,251. Okay? And we can read it with the and or without the and. Both ways are okay. Now, for advanced speakers, we often speak of dollars with thousands and 10,000s a little differently. Let's look here. This would be usually $1,200, but many speakers, I do it all the time, we say $1,200. $1,200, so it's $1,200, okay? That's very common with numbers ending in 00. $2,300, okay? Now, here we have $3,350. $7,948. Okay, can you understand that? Now that's for advanced speakers. If that's difficult for you, don't worry. But for you advanced speakers, that's a good thing for you to learn. Now we're going to practice. I'm going to read some numbers, and I want you to try to write the number that you hear. Do you have the paper at home? You're supposed to have that downloaded, day 11, numbers and shopping. So get that now and try to listen to me and write the answers. Okay, are you ready? Number 1. I will say this 2 times. Number 1, 599. 599. Number 2, 3,886. 3,886. Number 3, 9,402. 9,402. Number 4, 49,374. 49,374. Number 5, 520,329. 520,329. Okay, here's a challenge. Number 6, 4,091,555. Again, 4,091,555. Okay, here's some advanced English. Number 7, 1,300. 1,300. All right. Number 8, 2,233. 2,233. Okay, let's check our answers. Okay, here's our answers. Right here at the bottom, you can see. I will read this again. See if you can understand. Number 1, 599. 599. Number 2, 3,886. 3,886. That and often sounds like 3,886. Number 9, 9,402. 9,402. Number 4, 49,374. 49,374. Number 5, 520,329. 520,329. Number 6, 4,091,555. 4,091,555. Number 7, 1,300. 1,300. Number 8, 2,233. 2,233. Okay, those are our numbers. Did you do well? Now, I'm through here. I want to look at the other handout, which you're going to use with your partner next. Okay, I want you to get this handout It's called Day 11, Second Conversation Practice. You need to get this handout. You also need to get another paper. It's called Day 11, Talk a Lot. Just a minute. Pages 54 and 73. Day 11, Talk a Lot, pages 54 and 73. And you need both of those. Now, first, you and your partner are going to call each other again, and you're going to start your conversation, and you practice reading the numbers with and. 6, you don't write it, you just say it, but I'm going to write it. 693. Okay, 693. And then you say it without the numbers, without and. 693, okay? Now, here with the advanced, you cannot use this advanced with anything under 1,100. The next one, 4,349, okay? Right here with and. 4,349. 4,349, no and. And here it would be 4,349. 4,349. Okay, continue and read all these numbers. Here are some example answers for you. Then I want you and your partner to look at this page. This says partner A is going to read this story. Partner B, do not look at this story. Don't look, don't look, don't look. Partner A is going to read it, and you have to try to answer the question. When you finish, partner B reads this story, and A tries to answer the question. Okay, then you look at your book. Partner A looks at page 54. Partner B looks at page 73. Follow the directions here and on those pages. Okay, here's one conversation. Here's a second conversation on those same pages. And when you finish that, try the next one, discussion questions B. 6 questions. I want you and your partner to try to give good answers. Speak English, long answers. Try to make an interesting conversation. Okay? When you finish, put the amount of time that you talked with your partner and send it to me by Google. Do that with both papers. This is the second conversation practice. There's also a first conversation practice. You need to send that to me. Now, the last thing that I'm going to do today is talk about your final test, because you have a final test. So let's see what that's going to be. All right, just a minute. Okay, now there is a paper called Final Test Review. You cannot get this paper yet. You can only get the paper at the end of the class because it's homework. And you need final test review. Finish each sentence using the words in parentheses. Use past tense. Wait a minute, this is the wrong test review. Excuse me. Okay, this is the correct review paper. This is what you need for your test. First, you need to study comparing things. Bigger than, happier than. It's bigger than a bicycle, smaller than a car. It has more people than London, but less than Tokyo. Now you have to write a sentence to compare words. Awa College. So you're going to start here. Awa College is smaller than Tokyo University, but bigger than okay, I don't know. You have to choose. Now I put is. You can use has if you want. Has fewer students than. Okay. But more than. Okay. So you need to write sentences there to compare today's weather, compare today's weather with other weather. Japan, use has for Japan. Japan has. Okay. Now, we're going to use feeling words, using from this day 3 feelings. Disneyland excited me. Bored, boring, boring. Scared, scared, scary. Okay? You need to be careful about using this correctly. How do you feel about a warm beach? Use relax, relaxing, or relaxed. I think a warm beach is relaxing. That's right. Ing, not ed. It's ing. Okay. How do you feel when you meet a rude person? Tell me about a scary movie you saw. Okay, so for the rude person, you need to use some feeling word. Use a feeling word. Okay? From this handout, day 3 handout. And use ing or ed, but be careful. Make good grammar. Okay. Scary movie, and here I said use frightening. So you have to use frightening correctly. Then from day 3, talk a lot, pages 12 and 13. Personality, and your personality here. Giving directions. This directions is very important. Practice giving directions. Practice writing directions. It will be on the test, I promise you. Cooking. I've given you 2 foods. How do you make tea? How do you make curry rice? I want you to practice both of these because I'll choose one for the test. It's very important. Practice it. Now, from this study day 10 talk a lot, 41 and 42, you need to study all the sicknesses. What is wrong with these people? Now, don't just put a word. Don't just put sick, okay, or cold, or cough, okay. I want you to put he, da, 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 okay, and give a whole sentence. That's right. And the next one, and the next one. These are practices. And look at all those pictures in this handout. And you've got to make sentences to answer. Now, at the end, there will be a speaking video for your final test also. I will ask you to do 3 things. 1, I'll ask you to answer some questions from page 42. Okay, for example, how often do you get a headache? And you need to give a long answer. And speaking, this is not writing, and I don't want you to read it. I want you to look at the camera and speak to the camera. I get a headache about once a week. When I get a headache, sometimes I take an aspirin, but I don't like aspirin because it makes my stomach hurt. So the best thing to do is just to rest till the pain goes away. This is my answer. I want you to think of your answer to all those questions. And on the video, I want to see your eyes looking at the video, and I want you to speak those answers fluently, clearly. Number 2, I'm going to give you some numbers, and you have to read the numbers on the video. Just read the numbers. Number 3, you must tell a funny story using past progressive. Remember the stories about lying on the table at Mossburger or other strange things? Here are 2 questions. These questions, I'm going to choose one of these for the test, and I will tell you at the test. So practice them and get ready to make on the video one of these stories in speaking. You're going to have to speak. So that's your speaking video. 1, 2, 3 things. That's not today. This speaking video is for the final test, okay? Final test speaking video. Okay, that's it. That's all that we're going to do. My class is finished. I finished teaching you, but it's your turn now to do a good test. Study hard and practice speaking and do a good job. and be ready for my test next week. Okay, thank you. I'll be waiting for your conversation practices for today. Practice 1 and practice 2, okay? Send me those papers. All right, bye-bye.